What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So I kind of thought of this video in my sleep, and I wanted to make it and talk to you guys about this today, and I want to get your insights, how you guys feel. So this is a video that I kind of want to start a discussion, and you guys need to drop some comments down below and let me know how you feel about this topic. But last night on stream, as you guys can see, obviously I'm in a different spot than normal. I came to Stranglethorn because to me it's one of my personal most nostalgic zones in all of Classic. So I'm sitting on stream last night, and like, really, for anyone who's been watching me for the past like 2 weeks, I've been kind of bouncing around between, like, you know, hardcore, TBC, tried to mess with Season of Discovery a little bit here and there, really couldn't do it, even tried to get on retail, and I couldn't do that. And I was starting to think, like, what is going on? Like, usually, you know, since 2019, really, I haven't had an issue finding a version of WoW that I want to sink my time into currently, right? And I want to play it now. But recently, that's kind of changed. You know, I am raid logging on TBC on my Alliance Druid. And outside of that, the other nights of the week when I get on my computer, I'm really struggling with what version of the game I want to play. And I realize that I'm not the only one feeling this way, right? I got a million comments over the past couple of months, both on TikTok, on YouTube, everywhere that I post videos. And I wanted to talk about this and let everyone know that, you know, if you are feeling this way, it's not necessarily just you. It's not even necessarily the game, right? Like, to me, WoW Classic, like, as much as people want to say, you know, it's dead or this or that, it's not. It has a ton of players. Every single version has a player base. You can play every single version, and realistically, it's in a pretty damn good spot. But there's one thing that's making it feel like it's not in a good spot, and that one thing is that Classic Plus is just there. It's we know it's there. We know it's coming, or at least it's being announced. We just don't know when it's going to be dropping or releasing. We know BlizzCon is now like a little bit, like 5 weeks away, right? 5 or 6 weeks away. And I think that's playing a major role in how people feel about the game. And at least it is for me. And the reason being that I have played so much Classic WoW since 2019, right? I've been playing WoW for over 20 years at this point. Kind of stopped after WoD, like the original WoD. Did play Legion a little bit. Didn't touch Shadowlands, BFA, none of that. Came back for you know, Classic, obviously. Then I played War Within, all that stuff. I've never been a retail gamer, but I do play the retail expansions the first month that they come out. So, nonetheless, I've played a lot of Classic WoW since 2019. Pretty much haven't stopped playing once, outside of a few little couple-week breaks here and there. But I've been playing non-stop. And like I said, this is the first time since then that I've struggled with finding a version to sink my time into. And it's because it's in a weird spot, right? If you look at the numbers, if you look at even TBC Anniversary, it's bleeding some players right now on the raid log end, but it's still extremely healthy if you're out here in the world. There's people leveling, at least on Night Slayer, and there's a healthy amount of people raiding and raid logging. We have Phase 3 coming out for the Burning Crusade on August 27th, which is about 4 weeks away. Currently, it's August 1st. But the problem with that, and the problem with me wanting to sink my time into another Burning Crusade character, is that 2 weeks after, or 3 weeks after the new raids come out, we have BlizzCon. And if BlizzCon happens and they announce Classic Plus, like we all know they're going to at the very least, announce it. If that happens, most likely Classic Plus is going to be dropping pretty soon after BlizzCon. I'm talking like before the end of October at the very least. Now, recently, I don't know if you guys have seen, but they've moved the Camelot build over to the vendor side, meaning that they may be planning on doing some public testing for it, which really indicates that this is a lot closer than, you know, myself personally has thought in the past. I really did not think it was coming until 2027. Recent events, that one of them being that, has definitely, you know, swayed my opinion on that, and I do feel like it's potentially coming a lot sooner than we thought, right? So what happens to the Burning Crusade if that happens? I mean, you all know exactly what's going to happen. It pretty much dies. You'll have like 20,000 people that are still raiding on here, like diehards that are trying to get their Warglaves. But if Classic Plus drops, TBC is gone. Now, there's a couple of other game modes, right, that will live, but another one that'll be gone is Season of Discovery. Like the community event, all that. None of that will be happening. I wouldn't even be surprised if Blizzard decided at that point in time that that's the right time to close the Season of Discovery servers. So they may even do that. But then you have Classic Era and you have Hardcore, right? You have Mr. Pandaria, which we really don't know what's happening with that. It's most likely, in my opinion, going to WoD eventually. I can't see them just ending it and sending people's characters to retail. So that could happen. But with the uncertainty of it and not knowing, why would I go play Mr. Pandaria currently? Right now, the only reason I'm playing the Burning Crusade is because out of all the versions of WoW that are out currently, besides Hardcore, TBC is probably my favorite experience, right? So there's a lot happening in the classic WoW ecosystem, but in my opinion, none of it's really in a bad spot. I'm sure you're seeing and feeling like, what the hell, this game? There's so much wrong with this game. It's boring, it's dead. You see people trashing it all the time. It's not the case at all. The people who are playing are having a good time. Some people are burnt out and just need to take a break. And realistically, if BlizzCon wasn't happening in 5 weeks and we didn't feel like a Classic Plus announcement was coming, I actually think TBC would have even more raid logs and more people playing. I think that people are in this kind of a limbo state where they don't want to invest time into any version of this game right now, knowing that something better is coming in like 5 weeks, 6 weeks, or even 2 months, whatever it is. Something better is coming that's pretty damn close. And that makes it hard for you to invest your time, right? Classic WoW is an MMO. It takes a lot of time to level up. It takes a lot of time to get your gear. Even just being a fresh 70 right now, at the very least, you need to farm 41 badges from heroics to get, either your Bloodlust Brooch trinket or your Crescent trinket, which is a daunting task right now for anyone doing it, pugging these heroics. It's, I just recently did it on my Druid a few weeks ago, and it was not the easiest task, and it was honestly not even that fun because it was just a wipe fest. The heroics are still in their pre-nerf state. Whatever. That's neither here nor there. What I'm basically trying to say is WoW does, classic WoW does feel like it's in a really weird spot right now. And I completely get that. I'm feeling it too. I stream the game. I make content on the game. I make a good chunk of my yearly income by making content on this game. I'm being completely transparent with you guys. And even me doing that, I'm still struggling to find a way to invest my time into this game. And what I've come to the conclusion of here is that there's nothing we can do about this, right? We just have to wait for BlizzCon. So in the meantime, find something that's not a major time investment. If this is you and you're struggling and you want to play WoW, but you don't want to waste your time, find something that's just purely fun to do, right? That's not a major time sink. That's not leveling a full character, and then by the time you hit 70, they drop Classic Plus servers, and all of that was completely wasted. Again, it's completely okay if you're having fun while doing it. If you find leveling and all that fun, then go ahead and do it. For me, what I decided I'm going to do is I'm going to maybe try, outside of just raid logging on my Druid, I'm going to do my arenas and do some BGs and stuff every week on my Ret Paladin. Because I do find the PvP very fun. And to be honest, if they release Classic Plus and I never play the character again, I'm completely okay with that. I just really enjoy PvP, and I've been missing World PvP. For anyone who watched me throughout all of Anniversary before the Burning Crusade came out, a big part of my streams and what I enjoyed doing was sitting on my Alliance Rogue at Blackrock Mountain and World PvPing. That is one of my favorite things to do in the game. And once the Burning Crusade comes out, that kind of goes away. As you can see, I'm walking the entire Stranglethorn here. Nothing really going on. Not even low levels that are flagged running around, right? So everyone's kind of sitting in dungeons or just leveling up. It's a very single player world right now in the Burning Crusade, in Azeroth at least. So that's something I've been missing. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to PvP on my Paladin, right? I found something I can do. That's not a major time sink. That's not like, oh my God, they announced the servers. I can't believe I have to quit this now. It's not a big deal. If I find it fun, I'm going to do it. If I find something else fun, I'm going to jump and go do that. Another good option is Hardcore, right? Hardcore is evergreen. It is permanent. Hardcore is never going anywhere. So if you started a character today and you hit level 47 by the time that Classic Plus comes out and you quit it to go play Classic Plus, one day, eventually, you can go back and finish leveling that character, and hardcore always has a player base. It's always going to have that niche audience. It's never going to truly be dead. Same thing with Classic Era. It has its player base. It's never going to truly be dead. So that's another option for people out there. But I did just want to bring this to light. I know a lot of you, from reading all of your comments, feel this way, right? You feel like WoW is in this weird spot. It makes you want to trash it. You kind of get mad at the game because you're like, I want to do something. I want to find something to do. But you feel like everything's like a waste of time or it's boring. And that's just because in our minds, we know that something better is very close, right? And, you know, it's just human nature to feel that way, and that's okay. But from looking at it from a numbers standpoint, Classic WoW's in a great spot. Classic WoW's doing good. Yes, TBC has come down quite a bit in raid log numbers. You know, tens of thousands, but it's still very active. There's still tons of guilds. There is still so many pugs that you could join if that's something you do want to do before we get a Classic Plus announcement at BlizzCon. But I just wanted to acknowledge how a lot of you feel. I know you comment on my videos every single day. I want to say that I hear you. I feel the same way, and I'm a content creator on this game. You know, and if none of that tickles your fancy and you don't want to do any of that, just take a break. You know what? Take a break from now until BlizzCon and then resub and come back and play, and you'll feel refreshed and you'll feel excited to play. I have a lot of friends who are doing that, you know, personal, like IRL friends that are actually doing that as well. And that's never a bad option either. There's plenty of games out there to play, catch up on some games that you missed. And when we get that announcement and you want to come back and you'll feel refreshed and you won't feel burnt out and all that. But I just had to make this video because a lot of people, you know, they miscommunicate when talking about this, right? They take the feeling of burnout and exhaustion and boredom and turn it into like the game is dying or the game is dead. It's by every single metric, WoW Classic is not dying. It is not dead. It is still very much alive, and there's a lot of people that are playing it and having a really damn good time. You know what I mean? Like most of the time, you are just burnt out. You played a lot of WoW. You're bored, you need to do something different you know, you're not getting that dopamine fix from the game anymore, and that's completely okay. So I just wanted to make this video and say that I hear you guys. I feel the exact same way, and I love this game to my core. You know, you just got to find ways to have fun and or go play something else and take a break. But let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. I got, like, the last 2 weeks, I got so many comments. That's why I had to make this video. I was like, I gotta acknowledge these people because, like, they're not wrong. Right? And that's how I was feeling. So drop some comments down below. Let me know how you're feeling about WoW. What's your plan? Are you playing right now? Are you waiting until BlizzCon to see what happens with Classic Plus? If you are playing, what version of the game are you playing? I'm actually very curious. And what are you doing in that version? And follow me over on Twitch, twitch.tv/hammerdance. I stream Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And subscribe to the channel if you guys love Classic WoW just as much as me. As we get closer to BlizzCon and once Classic Plus is announced, you guys know how fast I pump out videos. We are going to be pumping videos nonstop. All the information you're ever going to want on Classic Plus is going to be right here on the channel. So subscribe if that is your jam. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching and listening in. I'll see you all in the next one.